Off the play fake, Cousins. And he's got the hook up here. It's Kyle Rudolph. 30. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. A huge play there, Cousins to his tight end, Rudolph. 56 yards. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. First down, here's the run with Cook. And a good run as he manages 7 yards down to the 17.
I remember the first time I saw Dalvin Cook play in college. I was watching him on TV, called a scouting friend of mine and said, "Who is this guy? He's special." And he said, "Dude, you're watching a home run hitter on the field."
Yeah, he was special in Tallahassee. Left Florida State their all-time leader in rushing yards and touchdowns. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Check 26. Hey, Steven.
Cousins gives way to Cook. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive.
Jahan, 180. 59. Come on, team. Kill. Hey, turn it up. Done.
On first down, Cook. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
That's it, baby. We gonna work.
At their own 25-yard line.
Let's go now.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Now let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
To throw on 2nd down, Eason. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again. Just like last week, each game is its own entity, treated as such.
On 3rd down, Eason. And that is incomplete.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing.
You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now Cook. And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
Back near the goal line, Cousins. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop. But that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
Here's Britton Colquitt now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he'll just punch it out of there, and it's not a great kick. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And it'll be a short field for the Bears as they take over 1st and 10. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Hey, defense, let's go.
They'll run with Marshawn Lynch. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
It's a loss of a yard.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The throw over the middle, taken in. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
On 1st and 10, Eason. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. To throw again, Eason. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
That's the end of the first quarter with the score Vikings 7, Bears 0.
The Bears on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Back to throw. Eason. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Lamb. First reception for him. And remember, he leads the NFL in that category here in this first month. Also has a first down. A first trip to the red zone for the Bears. They've got a 1st and goal from the 10-yard line. Looking to throw. Eason. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. Throwing again. Eason. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Jimmy Graham. His first touchdown on the year as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point right down the middle, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he is out of bounds here on the return.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. They run. Cook. 7 yards there and a first down.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They go play action. Cousins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. That's sacked by Khalil Mack. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Dalvin Cook is running back, the intended target, and it'll bring up 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Cousins. It's his target. It's Taylor Gabriel. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. An incredible play there. They do. Get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or two short, and it's 4th down. Here's Britton Colquitt now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line.
I absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows the punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
They'll start things on first with Torrey Cohen, and he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. And he comes back with one complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. A good pickup, 17 yards and a bare first down. This quarterback now 4 out of 10 throwing the ball in this first half, but he's got a first down here. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Akeem Hicks at 6'5", 332 finds his way home for the sack.
Listen to me. Hey, box truck.
3rd and long for Cousins. And this is Gabriel on the catch. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A pickup of 27, and they pick up the first down in the process. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Gun. Watch the twins.
They'll run on first down. It's Cook, and they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get slap happy up here sometimes. Now on 2nd and 13, Cousins. And it's incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Cousins. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked by Kevon Seymour. And a short return to the 6-yard line. Well, they thought they were going to break the tie. The defense had other plans. They were already in field goal range, but boom, an interception.
I don't know if this was a case of being a little bit too greedy with the opportunity to put points on the board, but give credit to the guys on the defensive side. Hung in there, battled, and made a key play.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. 2nd and 5. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. From the gun, Eason. He's got Burton here. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
Nearly a huge return. As it is, still a very good one. 24 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? From midfield now on 2nd down. Cousins, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here 3rd and long.
I'm coming after you. Hey, no, easy. Hey, team 6. Touchdown, defense. Hey, 58 is the mic. 58 is the mic. Drop deep. 58 to Mike, 58 to Mike. Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins home. Shoot. Wide. Get wide.
Now Cousins. He's going to air one out. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Let's go.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece. 7-7 our score. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. On play action, Cousins. Open man, Taylor Gabriel. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys on plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. That's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore.
Now left side on the swing pass. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he's got Kyle Rudolph. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do. And it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He had told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. They'll throw again. Cousins. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And he lost the football. And this will be gathered up in the end zone. And that's a defensive touchdown. Here's Bailey now for the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Anthony Harris. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Cousins. That'll be complete to Cook. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing, pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. The inside linebacker, Danny Trevathan, gets the sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
On 2nd down, Cook. And an alley to run. And he's got this down to the 35. Give him 18 there and give the Vikings a first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. To throw, Cousins. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Danny Trevathan. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Now Lynch. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 14 yards into Chicago, first down. Throwing on first down. Eason. Flush to his right. He's going to get this out to Marshawn Lynch.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
On second down now, it's Lynch, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up third down. After seeing that, maybe time to go back to some downfield throws here.
Yeah, anything. Change it up because the teams that win, the best teams, they're the ones that make adjustments. Doesn't mean you can't come back to what you thought you could get.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked up by Anthony Harris. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
Offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because his confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Back now at Soldier Field. It's the Vikings in possession of the football and the lead. They'll be looking to add to that total as we begin quarter number 4. A first down run, not going to get them a whole lot. Maybe a yard. Yeah, it looks like just 1 yard there. So that'll bring up 2nd and 9. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Cousins to throw it. And his pass incomplete.
Cousins pass, throwaway and incomplete. It's third down and 9 yards.
The Vikings on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Cousins. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Khalil Mack in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Colquitt on the kick as he sends it away. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Now a throw here on 2nd down, and that's complete.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
2nd and 1. It's complete to Robinson. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the first.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
That's complete to Robinson. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7. But first things first, they need to score as they come up on. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. Marshawn Lynch, his 5th touchdown now on the year. As they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. A very important extra point there, up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
He got 29 yards that time.
And the Vikings first down.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Khalil Mack, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Another try after the first down sack. Cousins. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On first down, Cook. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Now Cousins. He's got the first down inside the 10. And finally taken down at the 4-yard line. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. Well, I guess at the very least they got the tackle from keeping him out of the end zone.
Yeah, you're looking for that silver lining, aren't you? But guess what? Everything changes now after that big play. They've got a chance to strike.
They'll run with Cook. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Dalvin Cook, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, as his guys have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. And they got the extra point, and the lead is now 21-14. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They're down here in a 1-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Well, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. He's back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The defensive end, Daniil Hunter, drops him. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Bears will use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
It's 4th down.
Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. On 4th down, Eason. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. And that is going to seal this victory as time runs out. Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here, coming down really to that last play. Great job defensively to get the pick and seal it.
And we know that every play during